People are using platforms as part of a smart building to aggregate data and be able to use that data in different areas of the business. So workplace are taking workplace data from occupancy and capacity sensors, but they're also taking some of the indoor air quality data so that they can overlay those two different data sets to get a bigger picture and a much richer data set. It's the same with building management systems in commercial real estate. In warehousing, it's about operational efficiencies. Again, it's all about bringing data into a single place, into a platform for further analysis, either in that platform or pulling that data out via an API and putting it into something like Power BI or Tableau if that's the systems you use, or banking customers of ours giving it to some data scientists to really crunch numbers and look at predictive models of what's happening in buildings. One of the coolest use cases we have was helping the Met Office. It may be cool to me, but it might not be cool to everyone else. But the Met Office have radar stations all around the country, and it costs them quite a bit of money to maintain those each year and for engineers to get out to site. So the Met Office, an existing customer of ours, said, can you look at the radar stations and tell us what's going on inside there? And we asked them about the use case. The use case was, there's a big piece of equipment in there called a magnetometer. Yes, that is its real name. And it's worth a lot of money. And when they have power outages in the radar station, the only time they know about this is when all the equipment goes down. And then they try and bring it back up remotely, and sometimes that equipment fails and it won't come back up. So they said to us, can you look at this for us, as well as monitoring the environmentals, monitor the energy for us, because we do this manually, and then can you monitor the temperature and humidity in the radar station and then in the radar dome? So we put a solution together for them. We rolled it out. They, instead of sending someone to a radar station every week, they now only send someone there when required. So when we plugged in, they saw some energy usage spikes, and then they looked at the heating, then they looked at the environmentals in the radar station, and they found out that the heating and cooling were on at the same time, basically fighting each other. Cooling was trying to cool it down, heating was trying to heat it up, but there was no control there. So until this point, they never had an idea of what was actually going on in the radar station. So it was quite cool. Going from about £12,000 a year to maintain and monitor these sites to £9,000 over 3 years. Pretty cool, great savings, and huge for the environment. So lots of energy savings for the customer. The car usage, the mileage, everything's gone down, and they've got more visibility than they've ever had before, which I think is pretty cool. Building out your use cases before you even start. So I've said this many times on podcasts and other things, it's a journey that you're going to go on. So before you just go and crack on and build a platform and chuck it in Azure or AWS or Google Cloud, whatever that is, understand your use cases and prioritize those use cases, and then you'll understand what sort of data sets you need, and then you can start to look at a platform build. How often do you need the data? Where is the data going to come from? What type of sensors you need? And then what is the output required as well? On top of all of that, the biggest priority and the biggest part to look at is security, because some of the sensors on the market don't have the best security. So that's a core part, but it's use cases before you even start to build the platform, and prioritization of those use cases for the business. I'm very excited about Smart Buildings Bootcamp, because lots of people ask questions about smart buildings, about the industry, about IoT, about technology, and there's not been a central place to get all of that information simply and easily and at your own pace. So explaining this, breaking it down clearly, will hopefully answer the questions that people have, and they'll be more informed, whether it's in their day-to-day role, or they just want to know about IoT and smart buildings, or they're about to start or undertake a project.